So when did things really catch on?
Two things really come to mind. One, I did give up on my first album, and I went back into the studio and started making a second record, and I started writing stuff that sounded grungier. I was like, is that what I gotta do? I could do that. And Bob Dylan was on tour on the East Coast and wanted me to open for him, and I really wanted to open for Bob Dylan, so I quit making that record. I just put a pause on it, like, I'll be back in 2 weeks, guys. And I went on the road with Dylan, and, you know, his manager was like, nice to meet you. Bob will not meet you. You know, he won't be seeing your shows. You're not going to hang out with him. And he's like, I just want you to know. I was like, I got it. I'm here to do my job. So I do my job, but I really hate people talking when I sing. It really, really bothers me. And so people were there, and it was a theater, you know, but it wasn't containing people. And so I was just like, hey, if you guys aren't here to see me, I get it. But if you want to go out in the lobby, you know, go out in the lobby. Like, whoever stays, please be quiet. And then that didn't work. And so, like, I asked the spotlight guy to put a spotlight on somebody in the audience. And I was like, you talking, please talk outside. Like, I'm alone up here.
Yeah.
This is all I got. And I kicked them out. And I said, the security guard will hold your place for you. And I kicked them out of the show. And I guess Bob heard that I had done that. And for some reason, he really loved that I kicked somebody out of his own show. And so his manager was like, Mr. Dylan is requesting your presence in his dressing room.
Oh, boy.
And I had a dream when I was 16 that I got to open for Bob Dylan. Oh, 16. I was not writing songs yet. And in my dream, he came on to me, and it was really gross. And so here I am, like, I think I'm 20 or something now, and I'm opening for Bob Dylan. He wants to see me in his dressing room. I'm like, oh, my God, my whole dream's going to come true. Like, I'm freaking out. So I go down, like, in my turtleneck. And I go to meet him, and he does not hit on me. He was just very, very nice. But he really, really believed in my songs. Like, every night after the show, he would bring me to his dressing room, and he'd go over my lyrics with me and be like, hey, what made you write that one? What's that line mean? Is that so-called Social Security? That's a Hag line, right? And it was. Like, I got that line from Merle Haggard, influenced by it. And he just really believed in me. He really thought, he liked what I was doing. And he would give me books to read and music to listen to. And he was like, no, you just got to keep going. Like, you just, no, it's just you and your guitar. Like, keep it just you and your guitar. And it gave me the courage to keep going. So he's why I stuck with that record. And so I told the label, I was like, I'm not making the second album. I'm going back out on the road. And then Neil Young took me out, and then that started to really shift things for me. I was like, okay, I was playing for these really big crowds, and I was starting to, like, get them. And then Conan O'Brien put me on TV, and that was it. Like, that was like a definite tide shift, where, like, for some reason, seeing me on TV really helped. And then, I mean, it took time still. Like, I remember doing interviews and people being like, what's it like to be famous? And I'm in a shit, terrible, you know, hotel room going, is this it? Is this fame? Did it happen? But somewhere around then it began to snowball. And then I started selling 1 million albums every month for over a year.
Holy shit.
It was crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's back when people bought albums too.
Yeah.
Like, you got in the last wave.
I did. I was lucky.
That was